Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to the 4th episode of The Update. Before anything, I just want to say thank you so much everyone for watching and supporting this show. It's another week and I'm back with the latest news, so lay back on your seat because I'm going to keep you updated every week. Let's get started. In episode 3, we talked about Sony's live event and the new PS5. Finally, last week, Sony in a live event has announced that the PlayStation 5 will cost $499.99 and the launch time will be November 12th. Alongside the digital edition will be $399.99. That November 12th release date will apply to US, Japan, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and South Korea. And the rest of the world will get the new console on November 19th. The pre-order started on Wednesday, September 17th, but stock has been rolling in and out since those early hours. Sony actually apologized about the situation and gave us the good news about the new wave of order. Anyways, if you're trying to buy the new PS5, you can check it out online on Amazon, Walmart, Target, and GameStop. Here's PS5 spec. The CPU is AMD Zen 2 base CPU with 8 cores at 3.5 GHz. This console on GPU got 10.28 teraflops, 36 cost at 2.23 GHz. GPU architecture, custom RDNA 2. Memory interface, 16GB GDDR6. Internal storage, custom 825GB SSD. Get ready to explore Hogwarts like never before. A new immersive RPG game that puts players at the center of their own wizarding world adventure, set at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in the 1800s. Developed by Avalanche and published by Warner Bros. Games. Under the Portkey Games label, Hogwarts Legacy will be coming in 2021 for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One console, and PC. The game, which invites you to live the unwritten, is set into 1800s, where players will live the life of a student at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Expect Hogwarts Legacy to be filled with all kind of immersive magic, while your student character will learn spells, brew potions, tame fantastic beasts, select companions to help them fight off deadly enemies. Apple on September 15th even has announced a more affordable version of their Apple Watch. The Apple Watch SE and the pricing for the device starts at $279 for the GPS model and $329 for the GPS and the cellular model. Apple Watch SE combines elements of the Series 6 design with the most essential feature of Apple Watch, all at a more affordable price. Apple Watch SE features a stunning Retina display with thin borders and curved corners that is 30% larger than the Series 3. The interface allows for large and easy to read app icons and fonts, while complications are precise and informative. A variety of new watch faces are optimized for the display, so customers can easily view notifications, text message, workout metrics, and more. As you know, so many people are using iPads, students, designers, musicians, and pretty much everyone else. In the same event on September 15th, Apple unveiled the new iPad. Apple iPad Air Ever features new all-screen design with larger 10.9-inch screen, new 12-megapixel rear camera, next generation Touch ID sensor, and more. The new iPad Air comes with a larger 10.9-inch screen, liquid retina display, camera and audio upgrades, a new integrated Touch ID sensor in the top button, and the powerful A14 Bionic for a massive boost in performance, making this by far the most powerful and capable iPad Air ever made. The new iPad Air will be available starting next month. iPad Air delivers a massive boost in performance with Apple's most advanced chip, A14 Bionic. This latest generation A-series chip features a new 6-core design for a 40% boost in CPU performance, and a new 4-core graphic architecture for a 30% improvement in graphics. Also, this device got a 7-megapixel front-facing FaceTime HD camera, now features the same 12-megapixel rear camera using in iPad Pro for higher resolution photos and 4K video capture. I almost forgot to mention the new iPad Air has 5 gorgeous colors: silver, space gray, rose gold, green, and sky blue. The new iPad Air will be available starting next month in 30 countries. Wi-Fi model of iPad Air will be available with a starting price of $599 and a Wi-Fi Plus cellular model starts at $729. The new iPad Air comes in 64GB and 256GB configurations. Hello, Rocky. How are you doing today?
Hello, I am doing great. Thank you for having me
Awesome.
and asking me questions.
Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for being in the show. I appreciate that. And I am so excited to get to know you, to see what you're doing, how you got into the Twitch and streaming. All right, let's get started. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So, hello, I am Rocky Oneida. And as you can see, I am maybe not fully see, but I have a full flamingo onesie on. And my community kind of got through a series of funny instances called Rock's Flock. So I ended up with a flamingo theme, and then found this onesie, and the whole thing kind of took off. And I've been on Twitch probably for maybe 2 months. I was on Mixer before that, and then unfortunately it, shut down.
Yeah, that's a long story about that.
Yeah. And thus far I've been enjoying my experience, meeting a lot of friends, and it was kind of a weird transition at first, just switching from Mixer to Twitch, but I think I've gotten like a pretty good hang of it, and now, feels okay. So
amazing. Yeah, definitely it's a big challenge to just switch the platform and start over again. I bet it was hard. How was Mixer?
Yeah.
Tell us about your experience. How was Mixer? How did you like it?
Yeah, I think that the biggest difference is it felt a lot easier to stream on Mixer, just in terms of I needed less things. It was easier to stream just directly from your Xbox, and moving to Twitch, I got a whole computer to stream through, and like a webcam. I needed like a lot more stuff. It felt like, and like a capture card. And once I kind of got all this stuff, it was okay, but it felt like a hard hump to get over. Interestingly, I feel like I've made a lot more growth on Twitch. Actually, I feel like Mixer, maybe just because it was smaller, was a little harder to grow as fast. And so I've been happy with how it's been going on Twitch so far. I definitely think it's been pretty like a good time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I've never tried Mixer, but I've seen the platform. One of my friends was streaming on it, and it sounded kind of cool, looked kind of cool, but I just wanted to start with Twitch, and I don't know. Some feeling was telling me just you have to start on Twitch, not Mixer. And then I picked Twitch, and I love Twitch. I've been making some friends as well, and but I'm really close to affiliate, and I'm gonna get it one day.
I think you will too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. How long you were streaming on Mixer?
Not that long, which is actually kind of a good thing, just because I feel really bad for the the partners and the people that were on it for a year or more. I was only on it for maybe a month at most, a couple of weeks. So yeah, not too bad to have to restart. It just, like I said, it felt like a bigger hurdle, just because it felt like I needed more stuff to stream onto Twitch. But luckily, all the friends I did make on Mixer have moved over as well. So I was also anxious about that too. Like, what about the friends I've made? And I know it's only been a month or however, a couple of weeks, but these are still friends, and luckily, I still have those friends. So that was okay too.
Tell me about your favorite games. What kind of game you usually play in the stream, and in your privacy, maybe a different game, not the stream. You want to tell us?
No, that's a good question. I definitely think when you start streaming, something that can help you be successful is kind of consistently playing the same games, because I think you can kind of build a niche community like that. And when I first started on Twitch, I was actually going through the Halo campaigns for the first time. I'd never played them, which I know is like a shocker, because a lot of people think, and it's true, Halos are the classic games. I just haven't been gaming in general for that long, so I never played them. And I did that, and I made a lot of good Halo friends through that. And then I also, now that I've kind of finished those campaigns, I focus more on Apex Legends, which is totally different, obviously, battle royale with live other players. But so that's mostly what I play on stream now is Apex. And in privacy, I like RPGs, so The Witcher 3, great game. And I also recently got the Marvel Avengers game, which is cool. It has a lot of bugs that it still needs to work out, but it's a cool game. But it's interesting because when I tried playing this like really new indie game, I can't even remember what it was called because it was like, I don't know, last month, Underworld or Underparty? I'm not totally sure.
I don't know. I've never heard of it actually.
Yeah, it was like just really obvious that there was much less interest. And as soon as I switched back to Apex, like kind of all the people I normally see kind of come back in. So, it's kind of interesting that sometimes you feel like you have to play some certain games, but at the same time, I understand that people, kind of come to see you do a certain thing. So I get it, but maybe as you get bigger, people don't really care what you play. I'm not totally sure yet. Still figuring that one out.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, Apex Legends is definitely my favorite game. I love Apex Legends, and it's a pretty cool game. And The Witcher 3 I gotta mention that. It's an amazing game. If you haven't played, whoever is watching this video, if you haven't played that game, you gotta experience it. It's amazing. It's just, it's incredibly awesome.
I'm still my way through the DLCs actually. So there's two, there's Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone. And I finished Hearts of Stone, but Blood and Wine is so big. It's such a big DLC that I am like stalling my way through it because I don't want to be done yet because I get anxious at the end of the good games. So I still haven't actually finished it.
Yeah. Well, it is pretty cool. Okay. Tell us about. Let's talk about the stream a little bit more. What's your favorite part about being a streamer? Working as a streamer?
I guess honestly, it's the fact that I've made a lot of friends in so many different places that I probably never normally would. Especially I feel like there's a huge outpour of like awesome people that come and hang out from the UK, and it's like, especially given the whole COVID situation, it's an interesting way of probably meeting people that even, had there not been a pandemic, I probably still would never have met, just given that we're an entire ocean apart. And, people in Asia and South Africa. And it's just, that's kind of an amazing thought to me that I probably would never have met these people otherwise. And I think what's also cool, or my other favorite part, is that I don't think I'm a particularly highly skilled player per se, compared to a lot of other streamers or just gamers in battle royale situations. Because again, I've only been gaming for a couple of years. And so I think it's cool that people still care, or not even care, but care to hang out and just talk, even if you're not like the apex predator, I think it's pretty cool.
That's a fact, actually. Yeah. It's good. It's a good feeling that everyone wants to, they have to be supportive for all the streamers, and they are, and it's pretty good. Streaming is becoming something like, I don't know, something really good right now. It's
right, totally.
I think it's gonna turn out to a business, and people are gonna make more money on it. Hopefully one day maybe it's gonna work out for us too.
Yeah, and it just was such an unexpected thing. Like I said, I barely started playing games, and I think I just never thought that I would ever get into this hobby and take it a step further and stream it so that other people can see and hang out. And so it was just kind of this like surprise that turned out to be really a lot of fun, and a really saving grace given all the isolation of quarantine and whatnot, where I can totally feel like I still have connections. So that's been great.
Yeah, this is definitely great. Okay, do you drink coffee? It's your coffee.
Do I drink coffee? Yeah, I mean, sometimes. I'm not a huge, not like a. I definitely went through periods of time, probably in college, where if I didn't have it, I was like, don't talk to me. And now it's like, oh, if I remember, then sure. So yeah, I guess casual coffee drinker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my life depends on coffee, kinda. I drink a lot of coffee, like
Right.
three
Yeah,
cups,
and I
three
know that
cups a
like
day.
people love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unlike casual.
no. I mean, I think I just got used to it, but
Right.
I love coffee. Anyway, do you have any favorite streamer?
Well, I actually do stream with my partner. So Thor and Smash is my boyfriend. He's my partner, and that's actually, I guess, kind of how I started streaming in the first place. Was when quarantine started, he had to still go to work, but it was really slow, and he's like, "I'm so bored. Can I watch you play games while I'm at work, like on my lunch?" And I was like, "Sure." I mean, I don't know what that means, but sure, I'll stream it so you can watch it. And that was the only reason I started doing it. And then I started making friends because I was like, oh, people come in for this. And anyways, so then that's kind of the origin story of how it started. And so he and I have been doing this together, actually. So I guess I have to say he's probably one of my favorites, obviously, because I would have never done it if not for him. And he's actually a very good player. So he's got that going for him. And I also really have to give it up to all of the Mixer partners that kind of had to start over again.
Yeah.
And so that's been, I can't even imagine like having to go through that. But I have so many, like, I don't know if I should, name all of the people that I've really become close with that are streamers as well. But there's Cryptic, NZJ, and Kimbro Plays, and Angel Eyes, 1125, and who else is awesome? Scotty Boy, and let's see, I feel like I'm definitely forgetting a ton of people, but those are some of the. Oh, Hopeful Opus, awesome guy too. And so many and it's funny because I feel like I wasn't sure at first if like streamers would want to be friends with like other streamers just because it's like, are you trying to compete for the same? But it's like all the people that I have and all the mods I feel like I have are all streamers also, and so it's been like a fun way of like helping each other grow, which has been great.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I just want to mention it again. That's really cool how you guys, both of you are streaming, and he motivated you, and you start streaming. That's a really cool story. I like your story, how you start on it. All right. What are the most challenging aspects of this job? I mean, streaming.
I think it's really hard to not get caught up in a view count, and even as I just said, I got caught up myself, and I still do. If whether it's I'm playing a game that not a lot of people come in to see, and the view count can really be disheartening if you feel like no one cares. So I think that can be a big thing to overcome. I think sometimes being just self-conscious, even if you do have a good group of people, it's like either you're self-conscious if no one's there, or if you have a lot of people and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm being so weird right now. Like, what am I even saying? I think can sometimes creep across my mind. So I think it's just finding a good balance of like, am I playing badly? And what am I saying? Is no one here? Or, just being calm and peaceful can sometimes be challenging for me. And just being like, I'm here to play games and chat, and that's all I focus on can be hard to remember at times.
Yeah, I feel that, especially if you have some viewers. You're just like, I don't know. For me, it's the same story. I kind of feel like, okay, what should I do? What should I do next? What should I do? But
right.
Lately,
I've been interact with people can be. I mean, I enjoy interacting with people and asking people about their hobbies and their lives, but just feeling like I'm doing it right can sometimes, be hard to think about.
Well, yeah, and lately I've been working on that, and I think I've learned a lot, and now I can control it a little bit better, I guess. Do you wanna say something to your viewers, to your followers?
Sure. I mean, it's been a hugely humbling process, just that people like want to hang out, which I know sounds weird or like self-deprecating, but it's mostly just like, I don't know, it makes me feel really good and really special. And so I want to thank people that come in to hang out with me, whether it's for 5 minutes or for, your afternoon, just that you want to like hang out and spend it with me, and the like community I've made means a lot. And I just, it's been it's been a cool way also of getting to know so many different kinds of people, and I'm just grateful that, you know, even if I'm not the best video gamer, that people think I'm like worthy of their time, which means a lot to me. So mostly just a big thank you, and I want to extend back that support and love in any way I can, and so hopefully I'm able to help out other streamers, you know.
Awesome. Yeah, you can watch my stream.
I could do that.
Awesome. I'm just joking. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate that. Thank you for being on the show. I'm sure your viewers are gonna watch it because you are an amazing person. I've seen your stream a couple times, and I really enjoyed it. And just I'm gonna tell you, keep it up. Just
Aw.
don't give up on it. You will be there one day. I'm telling you.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I'm happy to, you know, when I share the link with people, then they will also be exposed to your cool channel.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. All right. Again, thank you so much for your time. You have a great night, and when the episode is ready, I will let you know.
Cool. Well, thanks. I will see you
cool.
later, friend.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the 4th episode of The Update. Hit the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace out, Professor Mo.